Plans for a historical landmark are in the process to honor the legacy of a Belmont County native. News 9's Jesse Kane has more about this historical figure.
A Hall of Fame baseball player from Belmont County might finally be getting recognized for his achievements.
He was born here, raised here, learned to play baseball here, played on one of the most powerful baseball teams, the Bellaire Globes, during the 1800s. Went on to fame in Philadelphia and wrote the first and only history of colored baseball at the time.
Born King Solomon White in Bellaire in the 1860s, Saul was destined for greatness. He was the firstborn free man in his family. He excelled at every competition he got himself into, from rowing, racing, cycling, and baseball. Saul got his first taste of baseball playing for his hometown Bellaire Globes, named and sponsored after Globe Hotel.
He played here locally for the Bellaire Globes team. He was on an integrated team. He actually got into a game against Marietta, a team from Marietta, and he was only 15, 16 years old at the time. And he was a good player, so he stayed with that team and continued to play with the Bellaire Globes until he was picked up by the Wheeling team.
His career took a sharp turn when the color bar entered baseball. In the 1888 season, he was not signed back in Wheeling. He continued his career in Pittsburgh on the Keystones, an all-black team. He eventually helped create a team in Philadelphia that he managed and played on. The Philadelphia Giants were the most powerful black baseball team in the eastern part of the United States. After this turning point in his life, he committed time to writing and advocating for the removal of the color barrier in baseball.
He wrote the history of colored baseball, as it was called back then. And he did that when he was in Philadelphia. And today it's a masterpiece that tells you, like no other book in a library can tell you, what it was like to be a black ball player in the late 1800s.
White died in 1955. He lived long enough to see Jackie Robinson break the color barrier in baseball. At the time of his death, Saul was practically penniless.
When he died a pauper, and somebody who knew who he was wrote on his death certificate, a famous person.
Saul White was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 2006. There was no family present to receive the plaque. While White was starting to be forgotten at the end of his life, Frisbee has started the process of getting a historical landmark from the state to be placed in Bellaire Park.
He was tough, he was likable, and he was a fantastic ball player and coach.
Saul White was a player and man before his time, from playing for his hometown Bellaire Globes to being inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. The village of Bellaire hopes to commemorate his legacy in the near future. Reporting in Belmont County, I'm Jesse Kane, News 9.
I'm Gianna Dupre. Thank you for watching. Here's another video for you to watch, and please take some time to subscribe to our channel.